Shepard Humphries here, and I am going to try to answer a few questions or respond to them anyway. Some people have some questions about our recent 4.4 mile rifle hit. And one of the big things that I've been hearing is, well, you took 69 shots. That's not really a world record. You had to have hit a much smaller target with the first shot or the second or third or whatever in order for it to be considered a world record. And I appreciate those folks' standards for world records, uh, or I appreciate their right to have those, but that's not really how world records work. So let's take, for example, throwing a basketball, getting a basketball through the hoop. Somebody goes out and they spend a bunch of time, they set up a video camera and they throw it a bunch of times, and finally one of them goes through the hoop, and by golly, they were 100 feet away, whatever, and they are the person who has now thrown the ball through the hoop from the furthest distance. That's kind of what we did with a rifle. We're not claiming, and at no point have we claimed in our original press release, we have never claimed that we can walk out any day, any wind, any circumstance, any condition, and lay down with a rifle and hit a 9-inch, 8-inch circle at 4.4 miles. I don't think I know I couldn't consistently do that at 1,000 yards, much less 4.4 miles. So no, um, we can't replicate this in a repeatable, scientifically repeatable manner. We can't. Maybe someday there will be a shooter that's good enough. Technology will be figured out that's good enough, and people will be able to do it. But I know I sure can't right now. Scott can't right now. That's not what we're claiming to do. We're saying we went out just having fun and tried to hit a target at a long way away. No way we thought we'd hit inside that little orange circle. Like, we would be thrilled if we got anywhere on the target. But it's just that was the goal. The target was, I think, 1.6, 1.7. I'll have to do the math, uh, minutes of angle. So that equates to less than a 2-inch circle at 100 yards. So that was the whole target. The 8-inch little circle in the center, that equates to about the size of a pinhead, an eighth of an inch or so. That's what the bullet hit. Now, again, if we went out and did this day after day after day in very gentle, calm winds, and we did it for a month, I don't know that we would get another one in there. This is just good fortune meeting with a really good rifle, really good optics, really good shooter, really good coach, really good everything came together that day. So just like the guy who gets the ball through the hoop, yeah, he's not claiming he can go back out the next throw and get it through. Another thing people have brought up is, well, this isn't according to the standards of USPSA or King of 2 Mile or whatever other standards there are for various other organized sanctioned competitions. Nope, this isn't a sanctioned thing. This isn't. This is just a group of folks in Midland, Texas, or Indiana or Kansas or Wyoming who go out and say, hey, no human being has ever been able to throw a basketball and get it through a hoop at more than blah, blah, blah distance. We're going to give it a try. And then you get it and you're like, oh, that's really cool. But I'm not as a matter of fact, I've got good money I will put on the fact that Paul Phillips, who set the 4 mile record, can outshoot me any day of the week, probably one handed with his good eye closed. Like, this guy competes in the King of the 2 Mile. He can go out and get first round hits at 2 miles. I've never done that. I personally have never shot, I haven't even shot a mile and a quarter. I think it was 25 yards short of that. That's my longest shot ever. If I was a great shot, I would be out competing. I wouldn't be teaching. I'm a shooting instructor. Those that can do, those that can't teach. I'm a teacher. And I kind of help put together some people who are good at various things and organize the situation. And that's what we went out and did. So no, we're not interested in meeting the standards of USPSA or IDPA or NRA, Palma, or anything else. That's not what this was about. So for those of you who are genuinely concerned about what does it take to to make this record. Uh, there isn't a certain particular set of rules that all human beings must follow to reach a long range record. The number of shots, the size of the target, uh, none of this is a sanctioned thing. Now, you certainly have a right to set up the Joe Blow shooting competition, and you have to shoot at 5 miles and you have to shoot a card-sized target. You can set that up. I would not compete in it. I'm not good enough. The technology isn't good enough to do that. So we're certainly not claiming that we can meet any standard anyone might have. And I'm not really asking for your respect. If you're not into these kind of silly, fun, see what a gun can do kind of thing, if you have a little bit maybe less of a sense of humor and you are interested in only one type of shooting, there's no reason anybody should shoot more than 200 yards and no reason anybody should shoot anything other than paper. And I'm not impressed with that. People shouldn't be doing that, or if you don't like guns that are above a 30 caliber or whatever it is, you're certainly welcome to not like that we set this record, or you're not, of course, required to like the person who breaks our record, whether it's in a day or a week or 10 years. You're not required to like any of this. This is just a thing that a group of folks like to go and do and see how far we can push things. And we are definitely going to be beat. Hopefully we do it ourselves. Hopefully we beat this record ourselves. But if we don't, more power to the next person. And we're sharing the information that we have gathered from it. And if it is next week, more power to you. This takes a lot in order to make this happen. Like, way to go. That's a real accomplishment. So I hope that kind of clears up uh, what it is we were going for. No, it's not sanctioned. No, we don't really give a darn if you like it or not, or care, or if you think we should have done it in 68 shots or 3 shots or 1 shot, or if the target should have been, we don't really care. We're just telling you what we did. We're kind of giggly about it. We had a great time. It was a good, fun time out shooting. So that's a little bit about answering the questions that I've been getting so far about our shot.